Once upon a time, as the twice industrial revolution accelerated, a large amount of greenhouse gases began to be released into the atmosphere. Global warming has become one of the greatest challenges in our planet. Rising temperatures and sea levels are becoming more and more common. So, what are the causes behind this? Every day, with human activities like industrial emissions, deforestation, and the burning of the fossil fuels, it accumulates the heat by releasing CO2 into the atmosphere, which creates the greenhouse effect, and this leads to an overrise in global temperature. Until one day, however, as the decades passed, the extent of these climate changes became undeniable. Despite the growing awareness of climate change, existing knowledge and efforts to curb emission didn't seem to slow the progress of global warming. This led to the realization that the challenge was much more complex than we anticipated.
As you can see from this picture, the average surface temperature on Earth in 2024 was the warmest. Overall, Earth was about 2.65 degrees warmer in 2024 than in the late 19th century, and the 10 most recent years has been the warmest. Because of this, I want to find out the reason behind it. So next graph shows the historic changes in the global carbon dioxide over the time. And you can see the amount of CO2 rise from 365 parts per million in 2000 to over 420 ppm currently. For every increase in CO2 levels, global temperatures rose constantly, and the concentration of CO2 in the atmosphere has crossed 4,000 parts in the recent years. Because of that, the CO2 isn't the only reason. Methane is the second largest contributor to the climate warming. So from the next graphic, you can see the concentration of the methane in the atmosphere has more than doubled over the past 20 years. And this increase is responsibility for 20% of the climate warming since the Industrial Revolution. Although its concentration is lower than CO2, its warming effect is dozens of times stronger than CO2. Because of that, as greenhouse gas levels increase, ocean temperature also rising by absorbing vast amounts of heat. Oceans are the largest heat sink on Earth. This leads to ocean warming, which causes oil bleaching. And from the next picture, you can see the last 10 years were the ocean's warmest decade since at least 21 centuries. And the year 2024 was the ocean's warmest year here. Both the heat degree of North and South area has been on a rise status, and the whole world ocean is keeping warmer and warmer.
Until finally, through a combination of these findings, we can see that global warming, CO2, and methane emissions and ocean warming are all interconnected together, and the impacts of each other are not isolated. So, ever since then, understanding the relationship between CO2, methane, and ocean warming allow us to make better decisions when facing the global warming. Everyone can contribute to the progress of slowing down global warming by reducing emissions, adopting renewable energy, and protecting our oceans. We can slow down the effects of global warming and drive a global push toward sustainability. So, this story, I want to tell us that global warming isn't just an environmental issue, it's a social, economic, and human issue. The knowledge we gain today can help us better protect tomorrow. We all have the power to make a difference. So it's time for action now.